thing we do want to harvest today are our winter squashes. So we've got crown prince. This is just one of our odd plants. We've got a full bed of crown prince further down, but then we had a different variety which I can never remember the name of. Even there is a label somewhere, and this was butterbush, which did produce bushy plants rather than sprawling plants. And we have some squashes in there to pick, which we're going to harvest today. And a quick look at our main squashes, our main crown prince squashes. So there's 7 or 8 down here that we're going to pick this afternoon. Some decent sized ones. Weigh them up once we get back home.
While Martin was digging some of the potatoes up, I got the job of harvesting our crown prince squash. I think you would agree that they're not going to do any more growing now. The leaves have died back, and I don't think there's anything to be gained from leaving them in. So let's start with this one. I'm just going to turn it round so I can see the stem, and I'm going to cut the vine just below where the squash actually joins it, because then not only have you got a handle with which to pick it up, but if any moisture gets caught in there, it's not going to drain down into the neck of the squash and make it rot. So that's the first one. And we're going to climb over here to do another one. It's a bit like an Easter egg hunt. So again, cutting, that's a leaf anyway, cutting just away from where the squash joins the stem. That's a leaf that can come off. We've got a handle, and we've also got a bit of protection from rot. That's okay, that's just where it's been on the soil. It won't damage it at all, that will dry off. So I'll get on with cutting the rest now. There we have our first lot of squash, all picked from this bed. We actually planted 5 vines, and we seem to have 7 squash. You can see that some of them are much smaller than you would expect, but I think these are actually the second squash that's grown on a vine that already had a larger fruit. They should keep us well supplied over winter, and what's more, have another bed to start on yet. So we're moving on to the second bed now. This bed contains some butternut squash, mainly butternut squash, and one leftover crown prince. Going to be a little bit more difficult to find these as the leaves haven't died off completely, but we think it's time for them to be taken in.
The last time I strimmed, I actually managed to catch these 2 that were hiding in the grass.
Yeah, I thought.
So these will need using up first.
I thought some beast had been nibbling at them, but Martin confessed.
I did.
You did. Right then, shall we get the nibbled one first? Same principle. And there we have it. Better seen from that side. Now I've just got to find all the rest.
Do you want to say about that one in there? Because that looks a better one.
There's a very strange looking one over there.
Yeah, there is.
There we go. Let's find where it's joined onto the plant. Thank you. There it goes. I haven't managed to get a handle with that one. It's more like one of those, what are they
Yeah,
called?
like a
Troncini
cucumber.
or something. Don't know whether it's pollinated with the crown prince and ended up a strange shape. I don't know why it should, but squash are rather promiscuous. They'll take pollen from any nearby relative. Very strange. It'd be interesting to cut that open and see what we've got. I think I've finished picking all the squash now, although it's been a bit of a Easter egg hunt with them under all the foliage, and we keep thinking we've got them all and then find another one or two. If you look, there's some very strange shapes. Not sure what's going on there. Don't think this one's quite ripe, but it had to come off. Hopefully it will ripen in the summer house. And that's the total produce from our second bed of squash.